Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a crucial topic: how to create a monthly budget that works for you. Whether you're looking to save more, pay off debt, or just get a better handle on your finances, this guide will help you get started. We're going to break down the process into simple, actionable steps, and I'll share some of my personal tips and tricks along the way. The key here is to create a budget that's realistic, sustainable, and tailored to your unique financial goals. So let's get started. Before creating a budget, we need to know where we stand financially. Gather all your financial statements. Think bank statements, credit card bills, pay stubs, investment accounts. It's crucial to have a clear picture of your income and expenses. List all your income sources and monthly expenses. Include salary, side hustles, rent, utilities, and subscriptions. Look back at your bank statements to see where your money is going. Now that you have a good understanding of your spending habits, let's focus on the income side of the equation. Calculating your monthly income might seem straightforward, especially if you're on a fixed salary. But even then, it's important to account for any deductions like taxes, insurance, or retirement contributions. If you're self-employed or have variable income, this step requires a bit more work. Look at your income over the past 3 to 6 months and calculate an average. If you're just starting out, try to estimate your income conservatively. It's always better to be pleasantly surprised than caught off guard. Remember, the goal here is to get a realistic picture of your average monthly income after taxes and deductions. This number will form the foundation of your entire budget. And here's a little trick. Consider setting aside a portion of any unexpected income like bonuses or tax refunds directly into your savings or investment accounts. It's a great way to boost your savings without even feeling it. All right, now it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty of your spending. We're going to categorize your monthly expenses to understand where your money is going. Trust me, this step is crucial for identifying areas where you can potentially cut back and save more. First up, we have fixed expenses. These are the non-negotiable bills that stay relatively consistent month to month. Think rent or mortgage payments, car payments, insurance premiums, and any other recurring debt payments. These are usually the toughest to cut back on, but we'll get to that later. Next, we have variable expenses. These are the costs that fluctuate each month, like groceries, utilities, transportation, and entertainment. Now, this category is where you have some wiggle room to make adjustments and potentially save some serious cash. Finally, we have discretionary spending. This category includes all the non-essential expenses: dining out, entertainment, hobbies, shopping sprees, you name it. Now, I'm not saying you have to live like a hermit, but being mindful of your discretionary spending can make a huge difference in your overall financial health. Chapter 4. Now that you have a clear understanding of your income and expenses, it's time to think about your financial goals. What are you hoping to achieve with your budget? Are you aiming to save for a down payment on a house, pay off credit card debt, retire early? Setting clear financial goals will not only give you something to work towards, but also help you stay motivated along the way. But here's the key. Your goals need to be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," set a specific goal like, "I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a condo in the next 2 years." See the difference? A specific and measurable goal gives you a target to aim for and helps you track your progress. Once you have your long-term goals, break them down into smaller, more manageable short-term goals. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 in 2 years, that means saving around $417 per month. Breaking it down like this makes it seem much more achievable, right? Chapter 5. Now comes the fun part: allocating your income. This is where we decide how much of your hard-earned money goes towards each spending category. Now, there are tons of budgeting methods out there, but we'll focus on one that's simple and effective: the 50/30/20 rule. Here's how it works. You allocate 50% of your after-tax income towards your needs, 30% towards your wants, and 20% towards your savings and debt repayment. Remember those categories we discussed earlier? This is where they come into play. Needs include all your essential expenses: housing, groceries, transportation, utilities. Wants cover your discretionary spending, dining out, entertainment, hobbies. And finally, the savings and debt repayment category includes building your emergency fund, investing, and paying down any outstanding debt. Now, the 50/30/20 rule is a great starting point, but feel free to adjust the percentages based on your unique financial situation and goals. For example, if you're laser-focused on paying off debt, you might allocate a larger percentage towards that category and reduce your spending on wants. The key is to find a system that works for you and stick to it. Remember, a budget is all about making conscious choices about your spending and prioritizing your financial well-being. Chapter 6. All right, we've created our budget, we've set our financial goals. Now comes the crucial part, tracking our spending. This step is essential for ensuring that you're sticking to your budget and making progress towards your goals. Thankfully, we live in a digital age where tracking your spending has never been easier. There are tons of budgeting apps out there that can connect directly to your bank accounts and credit cards, automatically categorizing your transactions for you. Talk about convenient. But even if you're more of a pen and paper person, there are plenty of ways to track your spending manually. You can use a spreadsheet, a budgeting journal, or even just a simple notebook. The important thing is to find a method that works for you and stick to it. Now I get it. Tracking every single penny you spend can seem tedious, but trust me, it's worth it. By closely monitoring your spending, you'll quickly identify any areas where you might be overspending or potential areas for savings. Plus, it's incredibly satisfying to see your progress over time. As you watch your savings grow and your debt shrink, you'll be motivated to keep going and achieve your financial goals. All right, we're almost there. We've created our budget, we're diligently tracking our spending, but our work isn't done just yet. Budgeting isn't a set-it-and-forget-it kind of deal. It's an ongoing process that requires regular review and adjustments. I recommend setting aside some time at the end of each month to review your budget and see how you did. Compare your actual spending to your planned budget and see if you stayed within your limits. If you overspent in certain categories, don't beat yourself up. It happens. The important thing is to understand why you overspent and see if there are any areas where you can cut back. Life is unpredictable and your income and expenses can fluctuate from month to month. That's why it's crucial to be flexible and adjust your budget as needed. Did you get a raise? Awesome. Consider increasing your savings or investing more. Did your rent go up? Time to see if you can cut back in other areas to make up for the difference. Remember, your budget is a living, breathing document. It's meant to evolve and adapt to your changing financial circumstances. By regularly reviewing and adjusting your budget, you'll stay on top of your finances and ensure you're on track to achieve your goals. Building an emergency fund is crucial for financial stability. Think of it as your financial safety net for unexpected expenses. Life is full of surprises and not all are pleasant. Your car might break down, you might face unexpected medical bills, or experience a job loss. These situations can be stressful without financial strain. That's where your emergency fund comes in. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. Start small and be consistent. We've covered a lot of ground today, from gathering financial information to building an emergency fund. And let's be real, budgeting isn't always the most exciting topic, but it's an essential part of taking control of your finances. Sticking to a budget can sometimes feel restrictive, especially when you're first starting out. But it's important to remember that budgeting isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making conscious choices about your spending and prioritizing your financial well-being. To stay motivated on your budgeting journey, it's crucial to celebrate your wins, no matter how small they may seem. Did you manage to stick to your grocery budget this week? Treat yourself to a fancy coffee. Did you reach your savings goal for the month? Time for a celebratory dinner out? Rewarding yourself for your progress can help make budgeting feel less like a chore and more like a positive step towards achieving your financial goals. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be bumps along the way, but the key is to stay focused, stay motivated, and enjoy the journey towards financial freedom. Thanks for watching. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more tips on managing your finances. Remember, creating a budget that works for you is the first step toward achieving your financial goals. Don't be afraid to experiment with different budgeting methods and find what works best for your lifestyle. The most important thing is to get started today and start taking control of your financial future. Happy budgeting!